Hi everyone, this is Debbie at Color Everywhere, and I'm just popping on today to share the puppy whining at me, to share what I'm working on right now. So come on in and sit for a little bit, and I'll try to keep this puppy quiet down. I thought she was taking a nap, but apparently not. So what I want to work on today is I have several folders that are full and ready for journals to be started on. So I thought I would get some of those out and sort them out and see what I've got and what I want to use so that they're ready to use. And right now I'm getting lots of puppy kisses and nibbles. So hi Angie and Aunt Beck. I'm having puppy troubles here. She doesn't want to be in her cage while I'm working. Let me try it again, see what happens. Get over here, puppy girl. Come on. Come on, Kenny. Get in there. There you go. All right. See how long that lasts. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I have several big stacks of, hi, Janet Nash, of uh, pouches that are stuffed with items for some different journals. And I was, as I was looking through some things, I found this little ATC from Janet Nash. Hi, Janet Nash. And I thought, I want to see that all the time. So I think what I'm going to do, this is just my little needle thing that I keep on my desk all the time, so that I don't have to go over to the sewing area. I think I'm going to put it inside here. I think I'm going to put it right here and move all these needles over some, you know. So I think I'm going to do that at some point today because I love this and I don't want to put it someplace where I won't see it all the time. So that's what I'm going to do with that, Janet. I'll leave it over for now and go ahead and get started with this. So I've got several. I have a farm journal, a circus journal, um, one I call the Happy Homemaker Journal, and I'm not sure what else I have over there that's ready to be pulled out and looked at. But we're going to start with this farm journal. I've been saving stuff for this for a while. And this is the way I do it for my, oh, Angie, your surgery's put off to the 4th. Well, sometimes that's better. And this is the way I do it. I have a bunch of these plastic zippered pouches. And I just, when I come up with a theme that I think I want to do, I just start piling stuff in there until, I have enough to actually make a journal. And a lot of times I'll end up with enough for 2 journals. Well, you can see here, I've already started some stuff for this one, or at least put the papers in. So that's, one is already started. Well, let's see the rest of this stuff here. And I just take things as I'm, gleaning through, going to sales and what have you, and just stick them in the pouch as I'm going along. So I've got things in here like, bags. What else is in here? Let me make sure everything's out of this bag. That's empty. I'll be doing a lot of red in this journal. So I've got bags. Here's just a red bag, and then here's a cornmeal bag. So I'm assuming I'm going to use this, or thinking I'm going to use this on the cover. Cammy, come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm going to use this for the cover, and then I've got some fabrics and some other little things like little chickens and things like that. So I want to go through here and see exactly what I do have. Look at these beautiful roosters. I love roosters. I have roosters in my kitchen now. Oh, here's another Let's put him there. Here's another bag. So there's enough there for two, for the bags, for two of them. Here's some chickens. Again, more. Here's some wallpaper border. More wallpaper border. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And what is this? Oh, this is a little bottle. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little plastic bottle stuck on a piece of paper. So I stuck that in there. Here's a stamp. I don't know why he's in there. He's nothing special. A little bottle top. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm going through and sorting out. This gets me wound up. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. Who else did I miss? Anybody? So this gets me wound up and ready to work on my journals by going through and looking at all the stuff I've collected. So let's see what all's in here. This is an old piece of cross stitch that I actually did, I don't even know how many years ago, but it probably was in the 90s, and it has strawberries. So I'm going to use that somehow. Here's another one that I did a long time ago. You can tell these have been packed away, gotten stained and everything else. It's a little chicken, a hen that was not finished. So I might need to, I don't know, I'll either leave it like it is or all it's lacking is some outlining of the black lines. So I might use that too. And then here's some fabric I got. This would be great on the inside. I love this. It says farm fresh, dairy farm, chickens, sheep, cows, and pigs. Really cute. I would even make cute embellishments. I love this. See, I forget what I have because I just stick it in there as I go, and then I don't go back and look at it for a while. So this is fun to be able to do this. Now this is probably not supposed to be in here, so it's going somewhere else. I don't know how it got in there. Here's a, it's one of those panels that you used to be able to buy on the bolt. Tammy, you're going to fall. Now stop. Be a good girl. Can you be a good girl? I think you can. This is kind of cool. It's awfully big, so I don't know if it'll, if I'll use it for anything in here. But I stuck it in there because when I was cleaning other things out, I came across it. Could be used on a cover if I decided not to use the bags, but I think I want to use the bags. And then here are some transfer patterns. There's some little chickens, turkey, little farmer boy, and what have you. So I might use that for something. I actually probably would not use the actual piece. I probably would scan it and print it onto some paper similar to this tissue paper. That's cute. And then there's this little bottle cap. I know, isn't the chicken one great? And then these are just some, I don't know, I think these might be from Graphics Fairy, probably. And look at this tractor. He's got to go in there. That came off of a phone book. Would you quit? Would you quit? Huh? Would you quit that? Please? Please? Here. Sit right here for a second. Here, you can help me look. Hold on. Come over here. I know, that's slippery, isn't it? Okay. Stay right here. No, you have to stay right here. And this is just some more, whoops, it's going to fall. I'll put them over here. This is some playing cards that has like an old farmhouse on it. There's several of them in there. Here's another tractor. I've had this for, I don't know how long. I bet I've had this for 20 years. So now it's going to get used. And then these are just all some tags, beginnings of tags and what have you that I thought would be relative. There's some dogs and carrots and vegetables, seeds, a canning jar. Kind of got something on it, but it'll still work. Canning jar. Some more. Oh yeah, this one is a. Okay, I know what this is. I made this. This is an envelope that's been made into another envelope like this. So this goes in the middle of the book. Cammy quit. Oh my goodness, you're so pitiful. And then some little inchies. So I got quite a good stack here. There's enough stuff here to make at least 2 farm journals. And of course we had this. This is rice paper. And these are pretty too. These are really pretty. And then I had this in here that I'd already, sometimes I do this. I make up a bunch of insides if they're going to all be the same size. And then I have a good start on what's going in there. Cammy, stop. No, you don't have. It can't be good. And then today, or yesterday actually, I was kind of stuck upstairs doing laundry. So I decided to print out some stuff that I needed. And I got a little bit of farm stuff in here. Let me find it. Let's see, not those. Got these, which they're like the covers of old magazines. I think that was, yeah, that was all that. That's cut. And then I also had some pages, so I'm going to stick them in there right now too. And these will, all go in the journals. Okay, that's all of that. So I got quite a bit. I got enough to start. I got enough to get this one going. Get it started and finished. And there's definitely enough for 2. Of course, I have to do some more signatures. So, Cammy. This is why I haven't been streaming. I can't get enough time to myself. Hi, Mary and Barbara. Let's see if I can get it all back in here. I can't let her down because it's too dangerous down here for her. There's too many things end up on the floor and what have you. So, and I can't leave her upstairs because then she'll be crying there. Oh, here's my little chicken buttons. Those are really cute. I just clip the backs off of them and then they can be glued flat. Oops. So there's the farm one. And it's pretty much ready. I can start it at any point. And then I have, let's look at Susie Homemaker because I really have not looked at her since I started saving stuff. And then we'll look at the circus one. Who am I missing here? Too many, 3 things I have to pay attention to. What I'm doing and saying, the puppy, and you guys. Yeah, Angie, I'll be making a farm journal out of that lot of stuff. And let's see. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, there might be some things that don't belong here in here like that. Cammy, that's not necessary. necessary. I quieted her for a second. And again, I have another bag. I have Trader Joe's bags. Oh, I got 2 Trader Joe's bags. I also have, get this out first. This is a cover that I had on something else, and I don't remember why now, but for some reason, something happened to the spine or something. So I could actually make one from this because I really like this cherry stuff. It's ready except for putting a spine on it. So that's a possibility. And I have these 2 Trader Joe bags. Let's see what else there is here. All kinds of stuff. I got recipes, stamps, and Jello. Some scraps that I thought would be pretty. And this was a lot of stuff that I purchased right here. So I'm not sure what is even in it. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. Ah, these are so cute. Look at that. A mixer and a rolling pin and a measuring cup and a hot pad. Aren't those adorable? I can't wait to use those. And then I have a bunch of little kitchen buttons. There's, I think they're meant to be Christmas. Well, yeah, it says Christmas cookies, but you know, they don't have to be Christmas. Tammy, I see you. Here's an old cookbook from 1995 from the Standard Times. So that was like a newspaper, probably a newspaper insert or something. So it has a lot of stuff in it. That's cute. Oh, look at that. Lobsters. Lots of recipe cards. Oh my goodness, a receipt. Huh. Well, actually, I think it means recipe. Here it says receipts, and here it says recipe. All kinds of stuff in here. I got plenty of stuff for this. Oh, wow. See, I didn't even open this up and look at it since I got it. I've had it in this thing. That's so much fun to do that when you get the stuff that's like Christmas. Look at that. Off of a beef stew can. King Arthur flour. Huh. Oh, wow. Lots of labels off of cans. Those are really neat. Look at that. Cool. I love these. They'll make great pockets. This is some stuff I bought at one of Keisha's Creation sales. Recipe cards. I don't know what that's from. It's got recipes and food stuff on it. Something from Betty Crocker. You need a ledger sheet to keep track of things. Oh, that's cute. That'll be cute in there. With her little apron. Got one page. All right, she gave up and laid down, so I should be good for a little bit. And that's what was in there. So let's see. We've got this paper. Got a lot of recipe things. Christmas cakes and puddings. Bye, Janet. Thanks for stopping. Green stamps, more recipe books. So this, I have plenty of stuff in this one to make at least 2 journals. Spice cookery. Huh, it's pretty neat. And the first of it, it has the name of the spice and a description of it and uses. That's pretty cool. I might have to keep that. I use garlic salt, salt and pepper, and onion powder or minced onions, and that's about it. That's what kind of cook I am. More recipe cards. So I have a lot in here that will work really well. I like the colors, the reds and the browns, what have you. I have canning jars. I have canning jar, a canning jar stamp that I use and then cut it out and can use it for different things. And then I have that one big canning jar that I'm putting in the other ones in the farm one. Well, I don't think of it as old either, Barbara. The 90s as being old, but it is, you know. Oh. Oh my gosh, there's a handwritten one. Isn't that neat? And you could see, just like I do this too. When I have a recipe like this and I want to double it or half it, I write the new measurements to the side, and that's what she's done here. So where it says 1 heaping teaspoon of flour, she's put 2 tea, 1 egg, 2 eggs, and so on. I do that all the time. That's pretty nice. Ooh, look at this. That's pretty. I don't know if that's a piece of scrapbook paper. I think it might be, but that's nice. I like that. Did I miss Sherry? I must have missed Sherry. Oh, there she is. Hi, Sherry. Oh, wow. It'll be cool. I really like using the recipes. I mean, the recipe cards as pockets too. I like that a lot. And there's plenty of them in here. A.O. Parmenter, Groceries and Meats, General Merchandise. How cool is that? Oh, and it's got the carbon. Look at that. This really makes me feel old because more handwritten recipes, a typed one, onion bread. Melt 1/2 pound of butter, add 1 small chopped onion and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Cool until creamy, spread on slices of bread without the crusts. Put in the oven on 250 and cook until good and brown. Mashed potatoes. Huh. Miniature fruit cakes. Have to look through these, get some ideas. Of course, if they ever get done, who knows? Apple jelly. Barbara, you're hilarious. You're hilarious. Oh, there's the spine that goes on that book. I don't know why I did that. There was some reason, I'm sure. Here's some little pockets that I made. Put stuff in there. Oh, here's a Lee and Karen's wrapper. I think I might save that and put it in there myself. Ice cream bar. Now, what I want to know is, I want to know if this actually had an ice cream bar in it, and if it did, how come it's so clean? That's like a brand new bag. And this is in the wrong one. This is supposed to be in my Susie Homemaker. Got bent. So I'm going to put that aside for Susie. And then this is just some little booklet and some other pieces to use, scrap pieces to use. And look at those macaroons. Oh boy, yummy. Okay, so that's what's in that one. There's more than enough in there. I probably will be printing some digital pages and then adding some other kinds of pages in there. I'm thinking about maybe using brown paper, because I really like this brown paper that I have, and you have to cut it and everything, but because it's on a roll, but it's actually painter's masking paper. I just love these. So I'm thinking about maybe using it, but it is pretty thin. It's pretty thin, but it's really strong. And I think it would curl too much. I don't know. We'll see. I might put a couple of pages of it in there, maybe. I use that stuff for everything. Okay, so that one is enough, just like it is, to start. Susie Homemaker. And then I've had this one for a while, going on for a while. And I keep finding things. This is for my circus journal. And what happens is I'll run across something that I'm really interested in. I really like the design or whatever. And I'll think, oh, I think I'd like to make a journal out of that. So I start saving stuff. I start with the first thing I find. So let's see. Someone, and I cannot remember who it was, but I feel like it was someone from church, but I can't remember, gave me this book. And just look at this. It's Old Time Circus Cuts, a pictorial archive of 202 illustrations. And it's pretty cool. It's exactly what I want. So it's got all kinds of stuff in here. It's got black and white. Look at all those images. Look at this. These circus wagons. Excuse me. So I was pretty excited to get it. And, you know, I could color any of them that I wanted to or leave them black and white. But it's just full of stuff. Look at this guy. Flying off of that horse. Whoops, wrong way. With the greatest of ease. There's an elephant riding a bicycle. It just has some really cute things in here. So I was pretty tickled when I got it. So it's definitely going to get, you know, a good spot in the books. I hope this isn't too boring. But I'm having fun, so, you know. Has anyone heard about Lizzie's son? I know yesterday I was watching her last night. She came on. She was just kind of, I think she was a little worried about her son. They found a big blood clot in his arm, and she just wanted to come on and do something to keep her busy while she was waiting to hear about him. So I was just wondering if anyone had heard how he was doing. Well, someone gave me this little paper clip. It's got plastic on it. Huh. I have a bunch of stamps. Hi, Teresa. Look at all these stamps. These are pretty cool. They're actually, I think they're actually out of the post office catalog or something. I think I cut them out of there. So they're pictures of real stamps, but they aren't real stamps. There's those, and then I've got all these little clip art, or not clip art, but digiprint things that I've got to use. Look at that one. I love that. Oops, except her leg's broken. Huh. Isn't that pretty? So anyway, there's a bunch of those. Here's a little booklet that can be used. And then I guess I decided I was going to use some of this red paper for the inside of the journal. I have several things already started, stuck in here, pages. I wanted it to be colorful, have a lot of bright circus colors and what have you, and just to be really fun. And I have a feeling I'll probably be making 2 of these. When I do doubles, I make them at the same time. And so they're usually finished about the same time. Here's some more that I haven't cut out yet. Some little circus things. This is a piece of wrapping paper that is pretty cool. It doesn't really have anything on here that's circusy. I don't know why I put it in here. Maybe it was the colors that caught my eye. But this really needs to go somewhere else. I'll lay it out. And look at these great. Aren't those cool? So considering the fact that, oh, here's some more. Fact that the book has so many pictures, I probably got plenty here to do 2 nice journals. And I also have these gold letters that someone gave me. People are always giving me stuff. Barb, you're killing me. So this is, I don't know if you could, oh, there you go. See, they're actually like a foil, gold foil letters. So they look circusy to me. So I'm going to be using those in there for some accents. And I have a lot of them. I don't have, I mean, they've been used enough to where you can't make very many words because a lot of the vowels are gone. But to use for decorating, they'll work great on here, I think. So is that it? Okay, that was all that was in there. So, you know, I have a lot of work to do, but this gets my mind working again. And it also helps me know if I need to do some prints of anything, it helps me know what I need. And then when I'm ready to start, everything is there. I don't like having to run around and look for stuff and what have you. I'd rather have it all piled up, ready to go. And that way I can enjoy the process and not, you know, get stuck on the, oh, and here's a thing that's got some circus stuff on it somewhere, right there. Right there. So I'll put that in there. It's a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. Yeah, Barb, they're pretty cool, you know, but you can't really, I don't have enough vowels left to spell a lot of things, so I'm just going to use them as decorations and little vignettes and stuff, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, what else have we got? You want to see some more? I'm looking to see what else I have that's ready. Let's see. Sewing. I usually always have enough to do sewing journals. What's this? No, I don't want to do any steampunk for a while. Enough of that. Let's look at this one. Oh my goodness. I'm not even sure I want to do a sewing anytime soon, but let's see what's in here. Oh, I have been looking for one of these. In fact, I wanted a couple of them because I have a project I'm going to do with those. But they didn't have any at the store the other day, the cheap ones. I just want the cheap ones. So I'm glad I found that. So there's a bunch of sewing type things in here. Here's some tops of thread bobbins or spools. And of course, there's a lot of tissue paper. Here's my sewing stamps. Plastic. Scrap paper. Seam binding. Goodwill, 50 cents. And here's some hexies. I use them in my sewing journals. These are ones that I made, but there aren't enough to go with something else, so I put them in here. And then I took a bunch of I think my chat might be stuck. Somebody say something so I know if my chat's stuck or not. Might be. Oh, they're here. Okay, thanks, Mary. What I did was I had a bunch of old sewing. Here they are. A bunch of old sewing things. So, oh, there's another one of those. So what I did was, like these right here. What I did was I took them and scanned them so that I could use them over and over again. So here's the real one. Here's the scanned. And then I can just use them in my, I don't want to get rid of my originals. I can just use them as many times as I want in my sewing. Hello, Mary said. Hello. I thought I had lost you. And then here's seam binding and lace and stuff. And usually I have enough of these, I can use the originals. They're off of seam binding and whatever. I'll leave those out. And I have seam binding I can use, or I use in there. What goes in here? What else is in here? Something. Let's see. Okay, so I've made it several sewing journals. So here's a pocket that I make a lot. It's made from a pattern, and I just made it into a pocket. And then then, of course, you always need patterns. These I usually scan also. These are because they are, they came out of a sort of an encyclopedia kind of book from the 1904, I think. So it has different neat stuff in there. So, you know, I want to keep those too. So I don't want to use them up. And then here's an instruction booklet for a sewing machine. Of course, it's in pieces, but it's got a lot of neat things in here. So I also scan that and print those out. So these these are my originals that I don't use up. Hello? Anybody here? And here's a, what is this? I think this is another album journal that's been started. So here's a, once again, that's a copy. It's a scan that I can use over and over. Now, bear in mind, I usually make journals to sell. That's why, you know, I save those things, because I sometimes make a similar themed journal. And then, like, these are all, this page is a scan out of that sewing machine book. And as you can see, this one is just started. You know, it's not far along at all. So the last time I made one, this was either the second one or third one that I put together with leftovers from the other two. That's fabric, it's a pocket. And there's the other side of that page from the sewing machine manual. So this one already has a good start. And there's really only enough stuff in here, if there is enough stuff in here, to do one. So I might just, you know, do it and have it finished so that it's out of the folder, or the, what do you call it, pouch. The last two, I think of the last two sewing journals I did had this fabric on it, and I love it. Isn't this cool? I just love it. So I saved that, even the strings, I saved those too, because they make nice page tabs or whatever, or tag tops, you know. Here's a few little sewing buttons, sewing theme buttons. Some more rickrack covers. Put all this together. Let's see. So here's a bunch of leftover embellishments. There's a picture of one of those. That's a scan of one of those needle packages. You know, I like putting the real stuff in, and I do put buttons in and what have you, but they really add to the thickness of the journal. Whoops. See, there's some needle, oops, needle threaders. Hold on. Woo, sorry. This is a scan. They really turn out well, I think. You know, it looks like the real thing. And I usually cut this little hole out, which would be, you know, have plastic in it. But they look pretty real. And here's a little envelope that's been teed up, coffee stained or whatever. So there's enough, definitely enough in here to do one sewing book. There's my Sears catalog, fake Sears catalog pages. Thanks. I need the blessing. Whew. Had a lot of that this week. My daughter's just getting over bronchitis, which we both usually get every year at least once. Fortunately, I have not had it this year yet. Doesn't mean anything. So we just kind of go with the flow because we know we're going to have it. I think it's a little worse for her though because she's had pneumonia before, and you know, once you have it, it seems like you get it a lot easier. But she started taking antibiotics right away, so she's doing pretty good now. I didn't see anyone answer about well, that just went out of my mind. Yeah, I'll blame it on the sneeze. How about that? Whew. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to put all this in this bag because that's not ever going to fit. Okay, straighten this back out. Isn't that cute? I made my granddaughter a little sunsuit set out of these two right here. The shorts and a little frilly top and a hat. It turned out really cute. Of course, that's been about 14 years ago now. Now, time does fly. Oh, my goodness. So there's sewing. So we know at least one out of that. So let's see. Now so far, 6, that's 7 journals waiting to be made. I don't think I've put anything in this one for a while. In my purple garden. Okay, so I guess that's what I'm going to call it. Oh, I got all kinds of purple strips that came off of something pretty. Lots of purples and greens. Now, whenever my printer starts running low on ink, usually it'll start printing purple. So every time that happens, hi Nettie. Every time that happens, I just let it finish printing. Now here you can see this is one where on the page this was on, you could see exactly where it ran out. And I'm going to say it was yellow it ran out of probably. But I saved it anyway because you know what? That can go on the side of a tag or something. It's perfectly usable. These all printed out because the ink was out. Some of the ink was out on the printer. But there's nothing wrong with them. To me, I like them. It's a totally different, you know, I don't know if you can even see that purple. Here was the other page where the color ran out. But I can still use this side, so I kept it. So anything I find that's purple, you know, that I come across, I just stick in here. But a lot of this stuff is because, like this one, it's because it ran out of ink and started printing purple. So I just don't waste it. I just use it. And not only that, my printer has a cartridge that has all 3 colors in it. And if you run out of one color, you have to restart the whole cartridge. Well, which I don't really care because I have instant ink. So that's Barbara, I'm going to put you in the corner, girl. But look how pretty this turned out. That wasn't supposed to be purple, but it turned out purple because the ink was running out. So I just keep them. I mean, So because of that, I thought, well, I guess I'm gonna have to do a purple journal. I've done purple journals before. I thought, okay, I need to do another purple journal. Same thing with these. They're all, not all, but mostly purple prints. And okay, so this one I did start. And there is probably plenty of stuff in here to do a journal, so it's pretty much ready to put together. And wouldn't probably take very long to finish. Here's the other ones, just because I've got two. I usually do 2 signatures in, let's see, 2 signatures with 15 pieces paper. That's, so I usually end up with, over 100 pages, 120 pages or something like that. And then here's the fabric I found. That's what, the other thing that started this was I found this fabric, and I just really think it's pretty. Got text in there. You can't read it, but it's in there. And then all these lines are purple. So it's really pretty. So that's going to be the cover. And then this will be the covers for the journal. I mean, for the signatures. Well, the first page is for the signatures. And then I think I thought that there would be enough. Yeah, I think there'll be enough of this possibly for the inside of the book, the inside of the covers. And then this, I'm going to use this somehow too. Look how pretty it would be with, I know it's hard to see, but that is purple. And it'll be real pretty with that. So that'll be somehow on the cover. So this is how I do it. This is how I usually do projects, even my beading projects. I start with the colors or a subject. And once I have a subject, the next thing is always this color. So that's just the way I do it. And then I gather all the colors that I find that I like, things that I like that are in the right color, the right subject, and put them together. And then when I'm ready to work on it, everything's there. And I have different things to choose from. If I don't have enough, I can always go searching. But I like for everything to be together before I start working on something, because it just goes better that way. You know what you've got. Later on, you don't think, oh, if I had found that sooner, if only I'd had that sooner, I would have done something different. I'm not saying I've never done that, but most of the time, I'm pretty happy with everything I have all together. And I can start working on it and have a good time. And that's the part I like to do. I like the putting together part, matching up part and the putting together part. Let's see, I'll let this out. And I got some more sewing stamps too. I have to find those. I probably put them with the stamps. So there's my purple garden. So that's pretty much ready. So what does that make? 8, I think. 8 that I've got ready to put together almost. Has everybody dug out of the snow yet? Let's see, I gotta come over here. I gotta look and see what y'all are talking about. I might miss something. All right, let's see. You want to see any more? I got more. I don't know how much is done. I need to do some travel journals, that's for sure. I got people asking for them. I didn't think I had this much stuff in here. I haven't been making journals too much lately. This was a what do you call it? Prototype. I had this leathery, fake leathery stuff, and I thought, well, that would really make good journals. So I tried it, and I lined it with a heavy cardstock, and I wanted to stitch on it, but it just you you probably can't see it, but this stitching is so crooked. I was so embarrassed with my own self. It's really crooked. It goes woo way up here and then down. So I took all that stitching out and just kept this one as a prototype. And I made like, I'm going to say 6 of them, and sold all of them. They looked a little different from this, but this is was basically the idea. And it's just like a flow one. So I really could take those insides out and use them somewhere else, or just do something with this whole journal. But anyway, that's what that is. Now I've got all kinds of travel stuff. Yeah, there's more than enough in here. Here's a little envelope with a map. Cute. There's more than enough stuff in here to do one. I was talking about these tickets the other day. I'll show you a couple of them. Put these up here. It is a pretty neat journal. The other ones were really nice. I have to admit, they were very nice. And I made a couple of them more masculine. And they had a what they had? They had a elastic that went around right here. And they didn't have this on there because I just didn't like the way it was working. But yeah, they turned out really nice, and the people who got them really liked them. What's this? Okay, here's some. Oh yeah, this is all like stuff I consider travel related that will work in a travel journal. This is a tag that a friend of mine made me years and years ago. I just keep it in there for, I don't know why, but I always keep it in there. So here's some tags that are already started. There's a Statue of Liberty. More tags. And this is what I was talking about the other day. I had this embossing folder that's these tickets. And I'm trying to think. I think there's 3. Yeah, I think there's 3 tickets in the folder. So I just, do them on different colors and stuff, and then cut them apart or ink them up. But these make really cute little booklets. Well, here's one right here. Little booklets that you can, staple together. They make cute pockets, really cute pockets. You can stick stuff in, I like them. I use them a lot. Didn't know I had this many in here, but there they are. And then, yeah, as I clean stuff out, I find things and stick them in here. So this one's pretty full. I got more than enough stuff in here. There's a rosette thing I made, or whatever those things are called. It has a little travel stamped on there. No, I think the travel was on the paper that I cut the circle out of. And then there's a little key. More travel stuff. Airplanes. I use a lot of airplanes and trains and automobiles in the masculine ones. And then I have some, cut out things that you could use. This is an envelope. More envelopes, stamped. Some more little, oh goodness, pockets made out of an old map wallpaper. A sailing ship, tags, map pockets. Yeah, see, when I did this size, because this is like a Midori size. No, I wish. Here's more little map pieces. But I have a lot of small stuff because you can, decorate the corners of pages and stuff without taking up all the journaling room or, room where they might want to stick something, a picture or something. So anything that made me think of travel or that I thought, would work with travel. Here's an old map, some old maps. I would just stick in here. There's quite a bit of stuff in here. Actually, I haven't made a travel journal for a while. I guess about a year ago. Here's what I put in the last ones. The people they were for are from St. Louis. So I went and found some old pictures for St. Louis and made up some pages with those. Or used them, as pages. So like this one. Goes in here like this. And then the back side. This is houses at Lafayette Square in St. Louis, old houses. And they still are there and they still look just as beautiful. There has been a big resurgence in the past few years. People are reclaiming them and making them into beautiful houses. So this is just what printed out on the paper. And because this is not 11 inches, 8.5 by 11, I folded it up and then this side became a pocket by gluing it over here. So I had a few of those. I had one with a street scene with men working on a car and just, different things like that. They turned out really nice. I was real pleased with them. And then this is just a lot of scrapbook paper that had to do with travel. And these were cut to fit in that book also. So that's some of the stuff I used in there. Bicycles. More purple stuff because the ink was running out. So, okay, so this is more than what I thought was in here, which is nice. I have a couple of people been asking me for some travel journals lately, so probably should get with that. I tell you, it's just been hard. Yeah, Becky. I have a box of leather that is like scrap leather from the airline. It's like the upholstery leather they use in airlines for the airline seats. And I've done hardly anything with it. This other leather wasn't from there. This is fake leather that I don't even know where I got it. I probably bought it at some point. But I do have that box of leather. I'd started trying to make some bracelets with it, and that's about when we moved, and I just haven't gotten back to mess with it because I have so much free time, I'll be glad when the dog situation settles down a little bit, so I don't have to watch her 24 hours a day. That's what it seems like. They are getting along really well, I have to say. There's still a few bumps, but it's just because Cammie's still a puppy, you know. But they're doing really well. Bella's doing really well accepting her most of the time. They're even getting to at first Bella just wouldn't have it for Cammie to get in the chair while she was in the chair. She would just get down. She didn't get aggressive or anything. She would just get down and walk away. But now I can have them both in the chair at the same time, taking a nap. And that's about the only time they're quiet. Becky, I can just see Becky standing at the door waiting for Scott to come in. Can I have some of your leather? Oh, this I'm going to put this in with the travel. Did you run Barbara off? Oh, I don't think you can run Barbara off. I think she's hold her own. I wouldn't worry about it. She'll be back or she won't. She's probably busy. Uh-oh, somebody's poking their head up again. Let's see. I haven't done any forest journals for a while, but I don't have anything in there. I've kind of used my stuff down to where I don't have a lot of it. So when I decide I have the time to do some more of them, then I'll start saving stuff again. I don't think I have anything else worth looking at right now. Oh wait, maybe I'll look at this one. Oh. Ooh. See, I should have started this because now that's all I want to do. I forgot I even had this one. And it is going to be pretty. I got this from I got a kit from Melody Made. And it is so pretty. If you know me at all, you know I'm a red girl. I like red. And I use a lot of black in my journals and on my tags and everything. I'll tell you what, these bags, you either hate them or you love them. I don't know which. I love that they're so flat and you can see through them, but I hate when you try to use them. Okay, so this, as I said, came from Melody Made and one of her sales. Let's open. Oops. This is so pretty. It's rice paper. I really like it. So that's one thing. And this just is, like I said, it's a kit that she put together. You could certainly use that, and all of this could be used. I like that. You know what? I don't think I've ever even looked all through this once I got it. I think I just put it away without opening it up. So this is kind of, I mean, you know, I saw it online when I bought it, but, oh, look, there's that same page. This is heavy. This is heavy enough for a journal cover, a soft journal cover, actually. I didn't think about that. And this one's pretty, too. Look at that. Oh, Barbara, come out of the corner. I miss your smiling face. Pretty, 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 pretty. Oh, pages, yep. Oh, and these have nice backs on them, too. That matches the rice paper. Oh. I think this has Italian on it. Probably because this is from Ciao Bella, which is Italian. an Italian company. Nice. Look at that. To all my friends, when life gets stormy, call me. We can sit together under my umbrella. I love that. Oh, and that's the same as the other one. I guess that's supposed to be pieces of paper. Okay. There's all that. Nice pages. What else? Some cards. Some tags already cut. Ooh. Cute. Now see, I like this in a tag. I don't like it so much as a whole big page. But I can see like writing things on here, like little notes or something. Be cute on a tag too though. Oh, shiny. Ooh. Look at that. Little ones. Be your own kind of beautiful and listen the rhythm. Oh, this is neat. I don't know what this paper is called. I've seen it before, but it's kind of thick. Well, it's not that thick, but it feels thick. It feels almost like fabric, but it's not fabric. I don't know what that is, but I really like it. There's some more pieces. Schedule pages, more pieces, more of that paper. I don't know what that is. I really like that. Maybe she went to get something to eat. Oh, I have to tell you something that happened Sunday. I was kind of upset. That's pretty. We were on our way to church on a 2-lane highway, and we saw this big dog running up in the woods. It was like a steep incline and then flat at the top in trees. And of course, it had been snowing. It was really cold. Oh, that's cool. It's embossed. And we both saw the dog at the same time. And I started to say something. My husband said, "Do you think we should turn around?" I said, "I don't know." So he flips, turns around real fast. I like this. And we go back to where we saw it, and it was still there, walking up at the top of the line, above the incline. And so he pulled over in the middle of the in the middle of that lane. There was no side to get off on, so he's sitting in the middle of the lane. And the traffic wasn't, bad at all at that point. And he got out. Of course, I didn't get out because I can barely walk around, so I just sat there and waited, hoping that nobody would come along and hit me. This is beautiful paper. Oh my gosh, look at these. I love these. So I'm sitting there watching him, trying to get the dog to come down. Well, it was too steep. The dog couldn't get down, and that's probably what saved the dog, because he would have been hit. He would have gotten hit. This is so cool. And oh, what's this? Look at that. It's like a little booklet. Cool. So he's trying to get the dog to come down. The dog, he'd come like he was going to come to him, but he couldn't get down the hill. Now, this was a big dog, and I think that he was probably a golden retriever, but his hair was pretty thick and not wavy, and I don't think it was a lab. But anyway, he had on a harness, he had on a big leash, and he was dragging the leash around. So I'm thinking he's either going to get on the highway and get killed, or he's going to get that leash hung up somewhere, not be able to get loose, and nobody's going to know where he is. And I went on and on with all of this, trying to think of all these things, what could happen. But he couldn't get down. So he walked on up the hill, up and down the road, trying to get down the hill. Well, my husband finally walked up to the next road that intersected the highway. And by then, some other lady had pulled up and stopped behind us. And when my husband got to the other intersection there, it's kind of in the country, so it's not like a big highway or anything. Some other guy had come from the other direction and pulled in front of that road. And so by then, my husband had called the dog, and the dog came to him. He was very friendly. He's not the kind of dog that would run off. So then I started worrying about where's his person, because here's this big dog with a leash, and I don't think he'd been out there long enough to be freezing or anything. So he couldn't have been loose for very long. And so this is pretty. I can't wait to work on this one. I might have to do that one first. That's very pretty. So my husband and the man talked, and the man ended up taking the dog. He says, I'll take him and feed him and take care of him. And he said, and I'll try to find out who he belongs to. So he took the dog. So the rest of the day and the next day, and even now, I'm still wondering, where's his person? Did he fall down? Were they on a walk and the person fell down and he's sick, or he's hurt, or nobody's going to find him? What do you do? There's no telling how far the dog had come from. So we went on to church and said a prayer, and it still bothers me not knowing. I mean, I keep watching the local news and stuff, but I haven't seen anything, that would indicate someone had been found or something. So anyway, that's been on my mind. Here's this one is yellow. Birds and flowers is the theme of this book, this journal. And this is just something I'd made, so I stuck it in there. It's themed birds and flowers. Oh, but somebody's awake. Somebody's waking up. Won't be long, baby girl. Won't be long. And here is something that I purchased on a sale, which is amazing. Has a lot of nice things that'll go really well in this one. All these cute little things. Aren't they adorable? Lots of little cards to work with. So that was a good purchase. I could have made it myself, but I thought it was pretty and I thought I wanted it. So, and then here, this is already, is this started? No, I just stuck everything in here so that it wouldn't fall out. So I've got a lot of pretty things in here. Isn't that pretty? Oops. Okay, Angie, I'm not going to be on here much longer. So since the puppies woke up, it's about time for me to get off and go do some laundry and stuff. So I have a lot of things in here that I've already made. So this would be a quick finish. Just a matter of, finishing some things up and putting it all together. I really like that. Here's some more little pockets. And so on and so forth. Oh, here's some more pockets. I guess I was making pockets whenever I put this stuff all in here. This is what I like to do the best. Tags and things like that. These little booklets. It's my favorite. My favorite. So there's obviously this could be done pretty quickly too. What I need to do is get the ones out that can be done quickly, and get them done, and get them out of the house, get them on their way wherever they're going to go. I think these are so fun. I just love making these. In most of my journals, I usually put something like this, similar to this, in the middle between the two signatures. I have this rice paper, which I thought was pretty. All right, let's put this in here. So now I've lost count. 8, 9. I think this makes number 10. That could be finished fairly easily. and I have enough stuff to do it. I need to, oh, nope. I lost track of what I was going to say. That's how fast my mind goes. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I need to do dye some paper because I've used up all my dyed paper and I need to do some. And I think what I'm going to do right now, if the puppy stays quiet, which she's laying back down, unless she thinks I'm talking to her, I think I'm going to do this right quick. I want to put this little card I got from Janet Nash in here. Ouch. I'm going to put it right here in this corner. Yeah, she's laying down again, so she's satisfied for a moment. Then we're going to have to go up and give them some lunch. It's already 2 o'clock. They had a snack, so I'm not too worried about it. It's be time for them to have their lunch, have a romp outside so they'll calm down. The little one gets so wound up when they go out and play rough in the yard, and then she comes in and she doesn't calm down. So I have to make her calm down every so often. Okay, now maybe that's enough. Now thread is the next thing. Thread. I was going to say thread and a needle. I got a whole bunch of them here. Oh boy. Oh, winter's barely started. I think I'm already ready for it to be over. But I have so many goals I want to accomplish, but I should have known better with getting the puppy that it was going to be hard to do some things until she's settled. She's going to the breeder tomorrow to get a shot. And I guess Bella's going to get groomed while they're there. Kind of hate to cover up the back, but I know who it is, so that's all that matters. I know who it is. It's lovely Janet from across the sea. So I'm just going to whip stitch this down into place. I got so many things I want to work on. I said I wasn't going to do any more big projects until I get the other side of this basement cleaned up. And I've got the 2 workspaces fairly straight. I mean, at least everything big is pretty much where it's going to be. But I still have some other stuff to do. Well, Janet, you're just in time. I'm sewing on your ATC into my little book, into my needle book. I think if I can get it straight. There we go. Notice how quiet I get when I'm sewing? I think Janet's ears must have been burning. She's like, who's talking about me? I've still got 21 single signature journals to finish. Been working on those. I need to get some more things loaded on my website. And I'm still having trouble. I can't seem to get PayPal to work on it. I'm sure it's something I'm doing incorrectly because everything's all set up. I mean, you could use your credit card or you can use Google Pay, but that's all right now. I want it to have PayPal on there because most people use PayPal. So I need to do that before I really start advertising it a lot. But in the meantime, I need to get it loaded up with stuff. I have some things on there, but there's still a lot more to put on. Off the train, walked home, made pasta, and here you are. Yay, Janet. Well, Janet, I don't get too frustrated, but because nowadays it takes me so long to get anything done, even if there's not a lot of other stuff going on, it just takes a long time physically, and that gets frustrating when I know what I want to do, and you can't do things, that does get frustrating, but I just keep plugging along. That's all you can do. There's no sense in getting all down and depressed about it. Just do with what you can do. But I've learned not to make a long list anymore. I used to put 5 or 6 things on my list to get done in a day. Now I put 2, and usually at least one of them doesn't get done, and sometimes one doesn't get done. But that's okay, It'll be there tomorrow, that's for sure. Nobody else is going to do it. This is so cute. Thank you, Janet, for sending this to me. I've had it for a while now. So now, every time I open my little needle book, which is just about every day, I'll see it. And it will remind me of Janet, what a sweet person she is, and how caring she is for other people, and what a memory she has. I don't know how she remembers everyone's situations and always has a wonderful comment. That's a real gift. And I appreciate you, Janet. Well, that light sure is bright, isn't it? I wonder what happens if I turn this off. I don't think it's any better. Maybe a little. So we're going to take the dogs to the groomer, or well, she's like the groomer, the breeder, the boarder. She does everything for me. Take them tomorrow, get Cammie's last shot, and get them both groomed up a little bit. I know Bella needs her toenails cut. She was clickety-clacking across the kitchen yesterday. And I don't do it myself. I used to groom our other schnauzer that we had. I used to groom her myself. Because every time I'd take her to be groomed, I don't care where it was, they would nick her ear. So I thought, well, if somebody's going to cut her, it might as well be me and not somebody else. So I decided to start doing it myself. It took us a while, but we'd get it done. But it got to where I just couldn't do it anymore. It was too physically hard. So, but with schnauzers, you have to keep them groomed, because if you don't, they get matted so easily and it gets out of control really fast. So it's just part of the responsibility with them. They don't shed, which is great. I couldn't have one that shed because I'd be sneezing all the time. But so that's a blessing. But they do have to be groomed. She goes about every 5 or 6 weeks. Now there'll be 2. So I got to keep them on the same schedule so they can both go at the same time. No, actually, I don't want to say her name because she's laying down here quiet right now. But the little one, this will be her second. She's already had a puppy cut, so this will be her. She'll probably still have a puppy cut. She may not even need one. She might just like trim up her face or something. But whatever. She needs bath, I'm sure. Yeah, I bet he does, Janet. I really couldn't handle that with my allergies. Now, my daughter has 2 cats, and there's always hair all over the place. They deal with it, so. Janet, this little tag right here, the little bird, is so cute. I like him. It has a little bit of padding inside it, the needle book. Been trying to decide right now upstairs in my recliner, or by my recliner, I've got my sweater that I've been altering. And I'm really getting tired of working on it. But it's a pink sweater that I really like, except I never liked the way it fit me. It fits me, but it's a more fitting style than I like, or the way it fits, or something. I don't know. So I added a gusset from the sleeve down to the hem, but it's the kind of yarn, there's no way you can match it. It's just unmatchable. So instead of trying to match it, I just went with a different color. So I have white. It's kind of like a dusty pink. So I have white that I'm using to add to it. Yeah, see? So every time I open this, I see Janet. Hi, Janet. Okay, Aunt Beck, I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes with the groomer. I forgot what I was saying. Which often happens. You know how that goes. I could just, you know. Oh, I was talking about the jumper. I was talking about the sweater. Um, so anyway, I've got the sides are done and finished, and I'm working on the bottom, around the bottom. I'm adding to the bottom because I think it's too short. I want it to be longer. So I couldn't decide whether I should go with a wide um, my words are leaving me. A wide border. What in the world am I trying to say? You know, that's stretchy. What do you call that? I can't even think of it. This is what happens to me some days. And but I decided I didn't want that, so I'm just doing a straight. I'm just continuing the sweater straight on down, and I've gotten, when I get to about 2 inches, then I'm going to end it off, and I think I'm going to put little tassels all the way around it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sure it will be a nightmare, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. I can't ever pick the easy stuff. The rib, right, Janet? I could not think of that. The ribbing. I was going to do ribbing, then I changed my mind because I really hate doing ribbing. I don't mind crocheting ribbing, but I don't like knitting it too much. So instead of putting ribbing, I just went straight on down, and I think I'm going to put tassels. Just little short ones, just enough to look like it's finished off. And, you know, since I'm adding a different color to it, I kind of wanted it to look like it's supposed to be that way, like it was designed that way. So I've added the colors in different places so it looks like it was designed that way. I don't want it to look like a, you know, remade sweater, which is what it is. But, you know, I can look stylish. I guess that's what I mean. Oh, Nettie, be careful. Janet, some days, if I'm tired or excited or whatever, I just totally lose words. They're just on the tip of my tongue. But sometimes I think it's because my mind goes faster than my mouth, which is unbelievable. But, you know, anyway, I think that's what happens. Okay. So I'm going to finish this up. Now Bella's down here wanting to know what's going on. And my life is orchestrated by 2 dogs, apparently. Nowadays. That's okay. What, Bella? Oh, they're talking to each other. Bella's like, what are you doing in that box? And Cammie's like, help me, get me out. Oh, Nettie, you must be making a volcano. Have fun with that. All right, gals. I guess I'm going to call it quits. Yay, that's done. Hope it wasn't too boring. Hope you saw some things that were fun. And I appreciate all of you coming by. And I hope you come by again. And I'll see you next time or see you around. Take care. Bye-bye.